And hello again. And the other day I made a quick video about this bike, my drag bike, and how I might in the future change it into a road bike by fitting a new frame on it and adding a soft tail rear end. And with that in mind, I've just been thinking it through and what bits can I keep and which bits do I need to change and so on. And one thing that sort of struck me was that although the back brake here is pretty cool, it's a brand new Brembo, so that would be fine. Whereas the front brake isn't quite as good. That's just got one 4th pot caliper which matches the forks, which are both from early 90s ZXR 750. And I mean, they're not bad brakes, it's just that with one caliper, obviously it's made to have two. And so if this bike ends up being a road bike, then that's something I would like to look at and maybe improve upon. And as luck would have it, I've just been offered a pair of discs and calipers that you may not have seen before, and they're pretty cool. And here's one of those discs. This is a fully floating disc. It's I think 310 wide. It's got an aluminium centre and an iron braking surface, slotted rather than drilled, and it is fully floating using a proprietary sort of disc arrangement here which holds it all in place. And these discs are actually made by a British company called PFM. And to go with these rather cool discs, we also have some cool calipers, and here's one of them. This is again a PFM PFM 6-pot caliper. These are actually developed for racing, in particular endurance racing, and yeah, pretty cool. As I say, made in the UK. And these PFM calipers and discs aren't cheap. I mean, new, these were well over £1,000, but now, although they're unused, clearly they're not new anymore, so I can have them for less than half that. But it's more expensive. I am pondering it, and I must say they would look pretty damn good and work very, very well on this future project of mine where I convert my 127 cubic inch drag bike into a road bike. However, looking at the front wheel here, you might be thinking, hang on a minute, why do you need 2 discs and 2 calipers for the front of this bike? Because it's only made to take 1 disc. But you'd be wrong, because this wheel is a composite wheel. It's been made from various components, billet components, and this hub here has a cap. This is a cap here. If we took this cap off, we'd have the holes so I could bolt on another disc. However, of course, the chances are whatever disc you use, and in particular those discs, have a different bolt pattern to whatever's been used on this wheel. However, that's not really a problem because we can always make an adapter plate, such as this one here, which we made to mount this Gixxer, I think it's a Gixxer 1000 disc, to this wheel, and we can do the same for those discs. However, that's not the only issue trying to mount these PFM calipers, which are made for a Bandit 12, I think, to these old ZXR 750 forks, because obviously the mounting points don't line up. But I reckon we could make a bracket to hold these things in place and join it all together, and it should just about fit okay. I mean, I'm just guessing now. I suspect it'll end up being quite low, something like that. You can't go too high in the conventional sense because it's too close to the edge of the rim, given that these PFM calipers are pretty big old things. So yeah, however, it could be done, and it's not too difficult. The question is it worth all that effort, and is it worth the cost? At about £500. Normally I might consider it, but right now I've got 2 other projects which are unfinished, and I have a rule that says try not to work on more than one at the same time, because you end up splitting your resources, your time, your money, and you end up not completing anything. So I may have to have a pass on these calipers and discs, nice though they are, because it's just the wrong time. I mean, if they're still available in a 6 months time, then maybe I will consider it, but right now there are more expensive things I need to buy for my Norley and the Guzzi, so I think these sadly will have to go to somebody else. But anyway, thanks for watching and cheers.